It's official. We can say happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to all of you. How was your Thanksgiving? Have you survived? What about you, Conrad? I heard you had a huge gathering.
You know, living in the desert is great, and having family out for Thanksgiving is great. But 25 people for dinner, 12 people the following day for another gathering, food, family. It was a blast, right? But it was a good time. And I know you were out of town for Thanksgiving.
It was easy. We transported ourselves to Orange County and everything was all ready. Everything was all prepared. It was fun. And I got to meet the grandnephews and nieces who we haven't seen our family in over 3 years. So these little kids, oh my God, it was so cute, storytelling, and I never knew.
That's always
I never knew I had it in me. But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
You know, this is a good time, I think, also to thank all of our viewers, both locally in the Coachella Valley, and people who follow us internationally, because a lot of people don't know they follow us internationally right here. And because of you, we thank you for following us, and we know our international viewers, they're looking to see what's happening here in the desert, and you know us, we know what's happening.
Yes, we're forever grateful to all of you out there, and we want to let you know that Palm Springs Point of View is sponsored by ProVR USA, the Coachella Valley's only virtual reality arcade. It's so much fun.
To be, and especially if you're here in town for our snowbirds or just coming in town for this time frame, go to this place. It's a great family experience.
Oh yeah, and it's right here on Crosley Road. And there are several stations in which to play. So you can play on your own or against each other.
And it is a great family activity. So come on, give them a try.
And if you would like to be a sponsor of Palm Springs Point of View, there are lots of opportunities, right?
Come on, join us. We're gonna have a great time. And look, we get your name out all over the place.
That's true. And we might even film a commercial. Whatever you would like, we can do it for you.
It's a good thing.
So Conrad, before we get too far, we want to talk about our winner of the Dinosaur home tour.
That's right. Finally happened. It finally happened.
And the trio experience. It finally happened. The winner was Gary Dugan. It was great to spend time with Gary and his friends and be on the beautiful estate tour led by Kip Seraphin. Thank you, Kip, so much.
Kip, yes.
Then we hopped over to Trio, where Tony greeted us with martinis and hors d'oeuvres. What a great time. Thank you, Tony.
Yes, it was a great time. Thank you very much for joining us for this silent auction with martinis and Moxie. Well, it's been a while since we've been on air together, Claudia, so we've been doing a lot of stuff,
It's true.
So let's talk. I'm going to let you know about a book that I just read, do a quick review on that. I just saw a great new play over at CV Rep. Their play just ended, but it's the first of their series of plays there. And I'm also going to be talking about the Hot Air Balloon Festival and Food Truck Fiesta that happened in Cathedral City.
I love hot air balloons. That must have been so fun.
It was. And what about you? What are you going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about the Cultural Center's best seat in the house.
Yes.
And we have a feature interview today, which I've been so excited about. Can't wait to share with you. It's with that incredible photography team, Anthony Masterson. We go in depth about their PS portrait project.
It's going to be good.
So Conrad, I want to hear more about this book you somehow had a chance to read in these very busy holiday times, and I glanced over and looked at how thick this read is.
This one is a very thick read. I want to show you. 720 pages. How does a person get through that? I have no idea. However,
pulling all-nighters?
Just about. However, it is an amazing book. Now, I want to try to say the author's name. Hanayana Kahara is the author of this book called A Little Life. It has to do with 4 young men who went to school in Massachusetts. They moved to New York, and it's their experience as they're growing from going to school to becoming young adults. Each one of them has a little something associated with them, which are very interesting stories. There's one through line that I don't want to really tell you about, but you will get it once you get a hang of it. And it's a book that holds on to you, even though it is 720 pages. And I want to show you how much this book has been used. Look how it falls apart.
Whoa, is this from the Rancho Mirage Library? This is from
Rancho Mirage Library, but this is how much this book has been used, and that's how terrific it is. If you get a chance, it's not necessarily a holiday book, but it's very emotional, and you will do a little bit of crying in this one because there's a good story. If you get a chance, it's called A Little Life.
Could this be a film? Could this be a movie?
This would easily be a movie. Easily,
Yeah,
yes.
it just sounds like it. And you told me a bit more about it off screen.
When you get a chance.
Great.
There are always activities going on at the Palm Springs Cultural Center.
Right.
Claudia, tell us about some of those things.
Well, there's lots. You know, the best in music, theater, it's all there at the
Right.
Palm Springs Cultural Center, which is a nonprofit. And do you know about Best Seat in the House?
Tell us, tell us.
Well, if you donate to the Cultural Center, you could get your name on a seat, your very own seat,
Right.
so that you can come and enjoy martinis and moxie.
Tell us about that one.
Okay, our next show is December 14th. Trini Lopez, an immersive musical, and this is going to be a blast. This is the season finale. You are going to want to be there because we have very special guests. The Gan Band and the Dreamboats.
We love our Dreamboats.
We're doing a whole immersive musical on stage where, are you on film or is it live? Is it live or is it Memorex?
And when does it happen?
It happens December 14th. Live music on stage plus film clips from that great documentary, My Name is Lopez, which was produced by Joan and Gary Gann.
We want to see you there.
Yes.
There is a new opening coming to the Melissa Morgan Gallery in Palm Desert. Claudia, I know you know all about it.
That's right. It's those incredible photographers, Anthony Masterson, with their PS Portrait Project. We are so excited. It will be December 8th. I had a chance, Conrad, to sit down and chat with them in depth about their process, the project, how it came to be. Let's have a look.
And I know you and Ellen are in this one. Let's take a look.
I'm so excited to be here today with photographers extraordinaire, Christine Anthony and Owen Masterson of Anthony Masterson Photography. Welcome, Christine, Owen, great to have you here.
Claudia.
Thank you, Claudia.
Great to be here.
Yes, well, tell us a little bit about PS Portrait Project, the name of your project and how this all began.
Okay, it is called PS Portrait Project because originally we thought it was only going to be in Palm Springs.
Okay.
And then we started discovering people up in Joshua Tree and out in Coachella and down Indian Wells. But by that point, we already had that name, so it's the working title for now.
As I understand, you were architectural photographers and documentarians.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we had made 2 documentary features and about, what was it, 75 documentary shorts for the time we were there. It kept us busy.
And once you got here, was it the people that inspired you, the environment, or how did this project come into your mind?
All of the above, actually. We were introduced to a lot of very exciting, talented, entrepreneurial types, creative types, artists, directors, musicians, and it felt truly like a homecoming for us.
The portrait project was actually inspired by a party that Todd Hughes and P. David Ebersol threw in 2019, and it was the punk rock glam
Oh yeah.
dance party. And when we got to this party, and we knew some of the people, but we were just amazed at the amount of creativity because it was a costume party.
I didn't recognize half of my friends.
And the creativity that went into it, and there were no 2 costumes alike. Everybody came as something different. And we were just like, this is amazing. We need to document these people.
And you've taken over 70, am I right? 70
We're at
portraits?
70 right now.
Tell us a little bit about your process.
We stalk people.
Okay.
What's the first step?
That's the first step, is positive stalking. After that, we had to go digging. Mm-hmm. And we started, part of the process is to go scout.
And how do you do that? Do you know what you're scouting for? You have an idea in your head where there's a hole or what you're looking for to round out?
You know, as time went on, initially it was kind of a grab bag and it was all fine. And then we started realizing as the project went on that we've got a lot of, let's say, for example, heterosexual couples in modern settings. we need to, we need variation. And then for some reason it'd be like, oh no, now we're too heavy on this. So we started looking for different styles of the way people decorated. We realized we can't stay with mid-century modern, as fabulous as it is.
Half of your photography is the surrounding, the set. I mean, when you were shooting us, it was like, you guys are moving furniture and little tiny details of like, maybe that vase should go 1 inch to the left, and maybe this should be, and this sofa should be angled, and a very interesting process. But this also takes a lot of thought and a lot of work and time.
Yeah, because after we scout, then we go back and put it on the screen, and then Owen and I discuss things like
where the light should be, the time of day, because we're natural light shooters, and we would figure out the best time of day to shoot this, and what we're looking to capture, because they are formal portraits, and the idea of a formal portrait goes against everything that a lot is happening in photography today. This is very sort of, we dress and we live in this world, and we want to show this world.
Good.
My cue was look relaxed,
Yes,
yet regal.
exactly.
yes, which you did very well, by the way. You mastered it.
Owen, Christine, we're so excited for the exhibition at Melissa Morgan Gallery, PS Portrait Project, December 8th. How long will the exhibit be up?
For a month.
A month, okay.
Yep, for a month. But we do recommend you come on opening night. It will be a night to remember.
Owen, Christine, PS Portrait Project, thank you so much for being here. It's been just a great time.
Thank you, Claudia, for having us.
So Claudia, I know that this project included a lot of people here in the desert, right?
Oh, it's true. And Owen and Christine, really, their concept was they saw it as one big project. So PS Portrait Project, it may have been 70 individual photographs, but it's really one big project of Palm Springs and the desert as a community of very diverse and very creative people.
Very inclusive. Yeah. This is going to be a good one.
So Conrad, I hear there's a new series of plays at CV Rep, and you just saw the first in the series, right?
That's correct. I saw a play recently called The Human. I have to tell you, probably like you've been to many plays at the CV Rep over the years, this has got to be one of the best plays I've seen there. The staging was terrific. The acting was terrific. It's very current because it had to do with a Thanksgiving dinner event. Very, very interesting play. What was really interesting also I learned is that this was also a movie in 2021 of the same name with some pretty famous people, including Beanie Feldstein, who of course we all know was recently in Funny Girl. If you get a chance.
Is it funny?
No, this is a deep Thanksgiving. Just imagine family with some issues during Thanksgiving.
It's the thing you always worry about.
And we know it's out there. This was their first in a series of plays, and I think it's proof that this is going to be a very good season for CV Rep.
So Conrad, speaking of plays, that great play Mid-Century Moderns that was here in town last year by Mark Christopher is back in town again, now at Oscars, opening December 22nd.
That should be fun.
And if you've seen it before, it doesn't matter. There's a little bit of a new twist, a few new characters, though Christine Tringali-Nunez is still there as the star. It's a jukebox musical from the 60s, lots of fun. Get your tickets.
Sounds good.
So Conrad, I think you were up and away.
I was. I'm very, very fortunate. As I mentioned a little earlier, the city of Cathedral City has their annual Hot Air Balloon Festival and Food Truck Fiesta that just happened. Every year I get to join with one of our council members, Nancy Ross. We do an opening for the show, which means we also get to go up in the balloon for press day. Always a blast. I also got to be part of the day's events on Saturday. I was the MC on the major music stage. A full afternoon of Coachella Valley-oriented music, folks.
Oh, fun.
It was terrific. From kids who are 10 to 18-year-olds to very good friends of ours known as, of course, the Dreamboats.
And everything was outside?
All outside.
Oh,
and
how
course,
fun.
It was a blast. And the evening ended with the annual Balloon Glow, which is where all the balloons come and sit on the ground. They're blown up, the lights, the cameras, DJ music. It's a blast. The wind wasn't very cooperative this year, but we had a blast regardless. Next year, make sure you
It
join
made for a
us.
psychedelic light show?
Just about.
Okay, I'm there next year,
Yes,
promise.
It's a must. I think we mentioned at the beginning, Claudia, you and I have been busy.
Oh yes,
And
we
the
have
desert.
been, and we know you are too. Though it just takes 1 minute to go to Eventbrite and click on Martinis and Moxie and get your tickets for December 14th, Trini Lopez, an immersive musical.
And-
It's going to be great, and Alan and I will be there with the Martini Bar, entertaining in the rotunda before the show. So make sure you come and join us.
It's always a blast. See you next time.
Bye.